What is up, everyone? I hope you're all having a great day. I've got a fun deck for you. We're calling this one Spellthiefery. Spellthiefery. It's part of the name, okay? Just hang in there with me. Let's get into it. This deck basically revolves around this card, Ivy Gleeful Spellthief, hence the F, not the V. I know it's it's art, okay? Basically what this card does is she allows you to copy spells that are cast onto other characters onto her. So you're going to get lots of spell play. Now this is important because of the other units that are played with her. The spells we'll get into, but most of them are basically hexproofs because she's pretty flimsy, right? She's 2/1. So like indestructible hexproofs are really helpful for her. But the real moneymaker, and I just ran out of rares, candidly, is actually all the way up at the top, Venerated Rotpriest. So if you can get 4 Venerated Rotpriests, 4 Ivy Gleeful Spellthieves, and 4 Stormchaser Drakes, you're going to be set, ready to go. This one's a little bit tough for me because I don't have 4 Venerated Rotpriests, and it shows. There are a few draws in this deck. I might actually work in a few more draws if I had some of those cards. Blue is my weakest color, so I wanted to make a deck that played well, that played a lot of cards as blue, so when I play 30 cards as blue, I have an option. Usually I go with whatever the other option is. It's like, play blue, black. It's like, okay, I'll just play black. But I wanted to get a blue deck. I wanted to check it out, and I hate counterspells as much as ever. I also hate the stupid Jace deck that's out there right now that's just doing mill, counterspell, counterspell, mill, counterspell, counterspell, mill, draw, mill, counterspell. Drives me nuts. But it has some very obvious weaknesses. Enchantments that drop units, like Scroll's Hive, for example. But just know that that's the thing. So Experimental Augury is a good one for you to invest in. This one lets you look at the top 3 and then put one in their hand, and then you can proliferate. So that's a good one to recopy. But basically the idea here is just play spells like Fading Hope, Aspirant's Ascent, Shore Up. Assimilate Essence is a good counter spell. I might actually get rid of some of these counters and just go for Augury here. I was trying out a bunch of different... I can spell Augury. I was trying out a bunch of different things, and let me check to see how many commons I have left. I have 9. I've been making a lot of decks, so we're going to make this, and we're going to take out some of these Assimilate Essence cards. So I do like this one because it gives me a +1/1. I think I'm out of uncommons. Yep, I have spent basically all of my cards. So I was sitting on like a huge trove. I had like 6 mythic rares, 9 rares, and a bunch more. And I was just like, you know what? Screw it. I'm just gonna build decks that I want to play, and then I'll earn them back over time. And I'm happy with my choice. Did I make some poor choices? Yeah, but making mistakes is how you learn. That's what I say to my son all the time. What happens when we lose? We learn. Opportunity to learn. So Zhalfirin Shapecraft gives you some good damage onto Ivy, and you can put it onto 2 of your units, so it works out well to like go onto Venerated Rotpriest and onto Ivy. But I think it's most helpful for the draw card as well. So and it's only 2 mana, so that's pretty nice. Stormchaser Drake's deal is whenever you play whenever he becomes a target, or she becomes a target of a spell, you draw a card. So you're just Stormchaser Drake, poison, draw cards, more spells. Okay, so that's basically it. And Rotpriest is anytime any of your units gets targeted by a spell. So when you're copying a spell from Venerated Rotpriest to Ivy Gleeful, both of those are going to proc poisons. Augury is great because it proliferates. So would it be better to get some that like do poison? Honestly, probably. I don't have a ton of options myself, but a good one that I have seen on ladder. There's a great blue spell. Prologue to Phyresis is a great spell. Okay, you're gonna draw a card. You know, there's no real drawback here. It's only 2 mana. Pretty cheap, pretty easy. In fact, let's just how many do I have left? Why not? We'll take all 4. Bring it. Bring the ending is also quite good. So, I'm just not a big counterspell person. I don't think it's all that necessary in this deck, but if that's what you want to do, you can do it. It just prevents that one. There's another one. There's another corrupted that gives you draws. Ah, here you go. Distorted Curiosity. Cost 3. Spell costs 2 less if an opponent has 3 or more poison counters. So I'm going to do 2 prologues, and I can't afford Distorted Curiosity. I'll do 2 prologues. This one helps if it gets targeted by something. But we're going to get rid of this Assimilate Essence. I think I want all the rest of these, because all the rest of these target. Basically just took everything else that I had. We might just take one prologue. Alright. If we feel the need for more draws, we'll worry about it. But right now, I really just need to save up to get those other 2 Venerated Rotpriests, because they're where it's at. Oh, Tali, you Primal Conqueror. You're so mean. Anyway, let us first say we're just going to do this on standard play, because I'm doing okay in ranked. And this deck is good for ranked, but I really need those other 2 Venerated Rotpriests. So that's really the only reason I'm not doing it. Because it really does, it does suffer a bit, and you'll see that. When we get the Venerated Rotpriest, it's like ultimate pressure. You could really throw things down. Without it, it's a bit of a push. You have several mixed green and blue lands cards. I find them to be really helpful here, and I highly suggest you use them. Oh, did I forget to share a link? Alright, we did get Stormchaser Drake, which if you're only going to get one of them, he's the best. Even better than Ivy. Like, Ivy's really good when you had other units, but without other units, it's meaningless, right? So, Stormchaser Drake's going to get you draws. And these are all pretty good combos. Fading Hope can save his little biscuit. I only have 1 island card though. 1 water mana could get me into a bit of a pinch because I can't play him. Like sometimes I'll just wait till I have 3 mana just so I have options, but I can't play him. What I can do here is play a Fading Hope onto whatever they play. They don't have anything. So. Problem solved. Don't kill me. Nope, we're good. Kruger Cliff Charger. It's cool, but it's not that cool. Okay, we're gonna give him this, because why not? Damage, and we get another Stormchaser Drake, which is great. That's exactly what you want to see. Tyvar's is amazing, by the way. You get hexproof and indestructible. The like plus dam, the X+X is also great, and it's cheap, so you can add that value really easily. But it's such a great way to protect your units. Here, might do it to yep. Okay, perfect. Okay, 0. 0. Should have attacked the siege, but I think you just want to kill something. Oh, it does bolt, so that was an okay choice for him. Okay. We get Venerated Rotpriest, Stormchaser Drake, and we only kept 1 forest, which sucks. Now, if we had Ivy, we'd be copying all 3 of these, right? Okay, Zendikar is easiest to deal with. They're going to get a bunch of lands here and start playing out some good cards, and that's fine. Let's see if we can get something with Augury here. And we get the nice thing about the prolific, even though he doesn't have poisons, I get to proliferate all of the sieges. All right, and there's this. We hadn't even really gotten rocking there. We would have been dropping a bunch more spells up and coming, but pretty good. You can see the Stormchaser Drakes really help with the consistency and the draws. You really need that in this deck because it's a very low mana cost spell consistency and persistence. So the more you have of those, the better. And once you have Ivy down, you can basically just like always drop one on Stormchaser Drake, then put it on her. Venerated Rotpriest, you just have to keep alive. It doesn't. You don't ever have to put spells on it. It only does 1 damage. It doesn't fly. It just exists. Okay, these are fine. Like I would like to have at least one normal, but I can use both of these. But getting Gleeful, Tyvar, Tamiyo, and Stormchaser all together, this is so many hex proofs. Tyvar is nice for the extra damage too, that I can drop onto both of them and do like 5x and get 10 damage in on both of them, right? So I mean, Tyvar is like great early game to save your stuff from minor spells. It's a great late game to just clinch the win. So. I guess it's target permanent, so you can put it onto a land, I guess. I was like, why does it keep pinging me to do stuff? We are going to go for absolutely nothing. They haven't played anything, and they're a red deck in part, so... And black now, apparently, so I'm not... Okay. That's fine. It's just annoying because he's a little tough to work with, but... I'm gonna try to suss out some kill spells here. I don't really love giving them draws on Shakedown Heavy, but I don't have a great way of dealing with him. So he's actually a good counter to this deck in some ways. It's 7 power, right? So he gets this right away. Takes his command. Perfect. Okay. I mean, we can't let a 9 lifelink go, so we're obviously going to let him take the extra card. I'm gonna take a risky bet here. I don't really want to, but I am going to. I'm gonna take a risky bet that I can. So Tyvar's gonna give me Hexproof and Destructible, so I have a way to kill these guys. Right now I would do 8 damage. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna wait. Oh no, it's just X. It would only be 6 damage. It's not. Oh, dang it. So you want this on a Stormchaser Drake first, a And then it's going to give her that option. So you're going to say take action. You're going to put it onto her as well. And that's going to give you a draw card and make her indestructible. So if I just passed here, I could do Tyvar's. I think that's what I'm going to do. Tyvar's is going to give me +3 to each, so I'll go to 10. So no attacks in turn. Right. So he will go to 10 exactly here. And firing on a shakedown heavy is smart. I like that. That's a good combo. Who knows what this is? Kind of terrifying, to be honest. Oh my gosh, seriously? At least I know I have, like, trash for them to use. You're welcome. Alright, pass to attack. For him to do spell. That's always makes me anxious because I'm always afraid I've like missed the play. I haven't though. We're just waiting for him to react first and then we get to react, so. The other nice things about this deck is that you're targeting all your own stuff, so your opponent isn't going to... Okay, it has to be Stormchaser Drake, and then it has to be autopay. She can put it onto her, by the way, but I mean, there's no reason to not do that. It just doesn't, it won't do anything for Ivy, so. The annoying thing is that, like, whatever I put onto my stuff, she's going to be able to put onto her. So I just have to think through that a couple of times. We'll figure it out. Alrighty, matey. He just did Chandra? What the WTF? Okay. Let's go Prologue to Phyresis here. Question is, I think I want to do Planar Incision. Let's see if he takes it. Okay, he does. Yes, please. Yes, Daddy, yes. Oh, I'm so happy right now. Yeah, okay. We still have a hexproof. Oh, that was amazing. I didn't know that that would work like that, to be 100% honest. I forgot that if it's under my control that it would do that. Yeah, I am the owner of the card, so that makes sense. Holy balls, that was amazing. That was like one of the best plays I've ever made. Oh, the funny thing is that like he gets to choose to do that. Alright, is this gonna be Shakedown Heavy or Chandra? Oh no, I think it's the instant. You just have to make sure Blood Tide doesn't survive the day. That's all that matters. And to draw your 3 Fire Ratings. He needs this card, whatever that is. So we're gonna see if we can get the kill here. Well, it's gonna be tough. So we're gonna go for Zhalfirin. I don't know if I think Zhalfirin will still give it the plus. Yes, it does. They still have the counter. I mean, I can take the toxic. I don't necessarily want that. The counter would be nice. So I think Giant Growth is what I want here. See if we can get another one that's... Still have 4 mana, so I think we got this. Yeah, we got this. Now we can do... Sure. Yep, there we go. Big win. Oh, it was just such quality. Oh man, that was great. All right, we'll go for one more. That was amazing. I'm gleeful. Gleeful Spellthief right there. That's what you get for playing Breach the Multiverse. Like it. Okay, Douglas. Okay, I do have good manas, but terrible other cards. I mean, like, I could take Experimental and hope to get a unit. Like, I like the rest of these, so it's kind of tough. Fading Hope keeps me alive, so I'm not worried about, like... Typically, the worry is mono red just beating you to at your own game of quick kill. This has a little longer longevity than mono red. Like mono red is like quick and drop off, right? So this has a little bit more survival to it. Yeah, I would rather do this. I don't have a great way of poisoning right away, so. Not even a second thought about that one. All right, we do get double. We can play Essence Capture, do Giant Growth, we can do Fading Hope, we can do Shore Up. We got all kinds of options here. So Gaia's Might is only going to give you 2/2, so you got to decide if that's worth it to you. But for 1 mana, that feels pretty good. It's not as good as Giant's Growth, though, just so you know. So here I have options. We're going to wait just to see what the opponent plays. They only have 2 mana. They might have 3, so we can do Essence Capture and get the 1/1 onto Rotpriest, but I'd rather save this for once Ivy's down. Or Stormchaser Drake. The flying units are just better because they are flying, and so they're harder to counter, and they do more damage. Like they're 2/1 instead of 1/2. So, but that said, Rotpriest does have toxic, so It just kind of depends on how your game is going. If you had all 4 Rotpriests, I think focusing on them as damage engines makes a lot of sense. You can get some cards that like do flying and stuff. I don't. Yep, that's not gonna do Shukai. Not with what's clearly a self-mill deck. I mean, Orborg Repossession wasn't a worry, but I've been wrecked by some nasty Shugekis. Shigeki? Shigeki. Okay, I think we're just gonna go for the attack here. Save the... Like, I could do Fading Hope onto the Undead Butler. Yeah, I'm gonna do that actually. Yeah, I'll take Salt. Good damage value. And we still have enough to do Shore Up, Gaia's Might, whatever. Well, whatever option. I will say one dangerous thing with this deck is I only have 10 units. So if you have all 4 Rotpriests, you have 12, but I only have 10 units in a 60 card draw deck. So there are lots of draws for that reason, but it can get a little rough. Okay. No reason to add extra. I was just trying to get another mana or another unit or something. We gotta keep Rotpriest alive. We'll go for Tamiyos, because I'm probably not gonna get the damage in, so I don't really want to do the 1-1. But nice thing here is we became the target of a spell, and then we became hexproof. So black trying to kill us is the greatest thing ever. He's got to go for the block here, but it dies. And he can get Shigeki back, I guess. Into his hand, at least. Shigeki! Did you take back Death Bonnet Sprout? Okay. Weird choice, especially since he exiled. He only has 1 unit, so he's got to like mill to get other things. Maybe he has something that... I mean, he has Shigeki in there. I don't understand why you wouldn't take Shigeki. I guess you can just pay to return him anyway. You have to exile him. Okay. Okay, he might explode. Why would you exile? Like, that was your best hope to keep me from attacking you. Now I'm just gonna keep attacking you. Did I miss something? So I do have counters now. So Experimental Augury is also great for counters, great for sieges. Like proliferates are, don't sleep on proliferates. We'll take Dreamroot Cascade because I can play it right away. Use it right away. We'll go again. Exit combat. Attack. Oh, he leaves it up. I don't want to use it yet because I want to wait for Stormchaser Drake. Although I do have 3. So let's just win the game. Bada boom. Venerated Rotpriest and quick spells, man. Just don't sleep on it. It's such a good combo. I wish I had 2 more rares because that's really what makes the deck. And I was so enamored by Ivy that I built her instead of Rotpriest, and Rotpriest works better in other decks as well. So this deck is really just a Gleeful Spellthief deck. Get Venerated Rotpriest first. You saw what they can do. You just play a bunch of hexproof cards onto them and you win. Like if you have hexproof indestructibles, use it to defend, block other people, they can't attack you. That you can play defensive that way and win through poisons. If you want to play offensive, you can do kind of what I just did. Do those pluses, counterspell. You know, there's like, you got a bunch of options that you can do. But the more cards that you have, the higher odds you have of playing onto your own units, the better. And you could imagine there, if we had Ivy, we would have needed to play half those spells to get to 10, right? Because she's going to be doubling each of those. And Venerated Rotpriest is going to proc off of each one of those. So anyway, I hope all of you enjoyed this video. This is one of my more fun decks that's like, oh, I want to try that one out. That's not gross counterspell. There are ways your opponent can beat you here. They're tough. White multi-spawns is usually pretty good, but I think the next deck that I'll be releasing is actually the best way to counter this deck. So stay tuned for that one. Bye for now.